I just got another revelation because I know the expert, the specialists, big business companies. They see patterns and they know how to run the masses. They have the strategies, and they have the statistics. But sometimes, statistics don't always identify what is needed. But there is a sociological issue here that we have to identify that's related to geopolitics and business today internationally. Even in war, we see them conglomerating together in countries, and I feel so bad. I love Turkey and I love Israel, but I wish Turkey would just stop that war this very moment because it's not good. We could come to negotiation with businesses and monies. The money that they're going to put in that war with Turkey and Israel is not good. And this is relative with all things. And because I was making this message really about immigrants, we have to look at the issues now. Why would you use more war and more killing when you have everything at your fingertips of technology to excavate your lands, to trade business, of communication, of transportation, and even conglomeration of other countries? Saudi Arabia and Pakistan and Turkey are together, my beautiful friends. But I do not want you to go to war with Israel. There'll be too many deaths. Because when you go to war with Israel, you go to war with the God of Abraham. I hate to tell you this. I love you very much, but I'm an expert on these wars in God of Abraham in this time of age. Even if you don't know who I am, this is a very serious thing. There's got to be some type of negotiation. You have Saudi Arabia there that has the gold dripping from the fingertips of his mind of God's given him. And with his expertise of negotiation and contract and long-term success. And then you have Pakistanians with the endurance of help of the worker and the masses, and also friendship and guidance. And then you have Turkey with developing that war. We need to stop this right away. Don't go to war with Israel. Bring in a negotiation. Oh, mommy. Oh, and that's the thing, mommy. I called mommy because I was just there was an issue that came right there, and that's what's going to happen to your children. The children and the father and the soldier is going to call its mom when it has its last breath. The soldier is shot from the war, or the land of their building that you built, your infrastructure. You built your infrastructure. And you're killing the heart of your infrastructure. Do you know? When you go to war. So it's like this. When the soldier he gets his last shot, because we know wars are drone wars. And do you have the technology? So who's going to give you the technology to with the drones and all the technology? Because it's not a footman war. It's a technical war of drones and apparatus today. So that's powerful, okay? So the problem is that it's so powerful that it's like when you shoot one of those drones and you shoot in your infrastructure, it's killing the heart of your nation. It's killing actually a heart of blood, sweat, and tears that you developed all these years. Think the money that Putin and Ukraine put in. Okay, they could have had big business and excavations of big business, because remember, Ukraine has the largest harvest, plus they have a lot of commodities, and they even have more that they haven't found, and you do too, Russia. You could have been so developed, and you probably could have been out of debt, and then because both infrastructures need to be fixed. This is very important. Think about it. Let's come to the table. Why don't you make a powerhouse? Because you're not with the Islamic regime. Turkey, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, come together with Israel and come together and make a powerhouse of agreement. Because I would not go to war with the God of Abraham. And even let's say there's a problem with this war with them, you going to war with there's a disagreement, it's in the wrong. God will make sure that that the Israelites are still existing. So let's review. So Putin, and Ukraine, Zelensky, he was trying to save his nation. So the thing is if they would have began in 2022 when he wrote that paper and spoke when Biden was in, he had a chance to stop the war, correct? And if he would have put all those monies in that war, that in investments in business with Ukraine, he could have made a great business. And he still can. And then he's asking for 50K military men for, what is it, North Korea or South Korea? That's of Korea. Where's it? Come on, look it. And he's killing all those. Do you know that Korea, the Korean leader, I told you this already, he is a murderer of his footmen and using them for billions of dollars that Putin's going to give him. Because today, we know that today wars are not in the footmen. The footmen come in after, in only some territories when they overtake a territory. What happens is that the war today is through drones and technology. And Ukraine has that, I'm sorry. And then you're going to kill all those footmen? You already killed 2 million. But really, you killed 2 billion soldiers because their families and their lives and your legacy. This is the same relativity as what you're going to do, what you want to do for the war in today with Turkey and Israel. Do you understand? They're just using humanity, their country, to monetize for power, in their own political ideology that is pagan and barbaric, and not at the level of the mind of brilliance, of wisdom, of brilliance that they have at their fingertips. Do you hear? Now look at the history of what happened to Putin. Now North Korea is going to took money from death. North Korea did too, like mortal sins almost. He sold his footmen for money, and most are gonna die. Wars is by technology. We know this now in drones, and the footmen don't come until later, anyways, until they overtake territories. So stop this war. Do not go to war. Use the brilliance. Now, come on, brother, Royal Saudi Arabia, my brother, let's come together and God has honored you as the highest beauty of of life, of materialism and life itself in your countries. You ask him how you could use your brilliance to bring more than war, to bring negotiation. Because God has you in his hands. He's chose you to have the greatest wealth in the world. And you know by your country itself how beautiful it is. You don't have war within your country. You have life, correct, honey? So you need to express that in your negotiations with Turkey and Pakistan and Israel. And then you're going to flourish even more to the heights of wisdom, of life, of what it means to be God's son. Thank you so much for this time you've given me. This is the International News of Lisa Luciarden.